John Mahama lost in 2016. The issue was whether it was a horse that was problematic or the jockey. John Mahama being the jockey, the horse being the party. You have just suffered a defeat that has, I'm not sure, been suffered in recent time by any political party. Is it Dr. Bawumia who is a problem, NAPO who is a problem, or the NPP that's a problem?
People of Ghana voted, and the results of the election is not reflective of the votes of President Mahama. Because with that same vote, John Mahama lost in 2016. That same vote. In fact, in real numbers, even he decreased his number because we have added nearly 700,000 people to the register of 2016 or more. So you have to analyze it differently. Nevertheless, NPP lost. We lost both parliamentary and presidential. I can tell you, Mario, that this loss has got nothing to do with economic mismanagement.
Who should we blame if we're looking for someone to blame?
Okay, get in there. America, it was the economy. In Ghana, people voted or did not vote. NPP people sat there with a loose term that people understand, voter apathy. Voter apathy affected both parties, but affected NPP even more. And voter apathy, when you analyze it, my party has sent the team around, as integrated the team. They'll come up with only one answer.
Which is?
Governance issues.
This current government?
Governance issues.
Explain that, please.
See, when people in your party are fed up with the way you are governing, they decide not to go to flock to the opposition, but they don't even want to turn up to vote. So if you've cared to listen, everywhere you go, sometimes in some places, people were even at the police station who were saying they're not going to vote. It has never happened in this country. MPs were begging people who they knew. They said, no, they're not going to vote. That is not about economic mismanagement. That's about a deep-seated problem the party hasn't addressed. And that is a
party or government? So is it a party problem?
There's a party that begets the government. Or true or false?
But there's someone who runs it, correct? But
true or false?
Yes,
and when a party begets a government, right, the leadership of the party goes to the government. Right? And I'm telling you, it's a governance issue. If it's a governance issue, it means it's the government, right?
How come you didn't notice this? Or you noticed by you?
Who says NPP didn't notice it?
Why didn't you fix it before election?
Who says we could fix it? But I can tell you, I was the vice presidential running candidate for my party. My party lost the election. I've stood on the chamber of the floor and said, so we only can apologize to our supporters and Ghanaians and sit down, do our homework well, and come back. Because it will not be the first time the party has come back.
This is a verdict on Akufo-Addo. You agree that this election was not about you and Bawumia, but rather how Akufo-Addo has governed the party?
In 2008, when we lost, they said it was a verdict on Akufo.
Did you agree?
Whether I agreed or not, it's not what people say. It's the people's opinion.
Do you agree now?
I'm just telling you. You are trying to say it's the verdict of Akufo-Addo. Every time, you just, even in asking the question, you said when John Mahama lost in 2016, people said it was John Mahama's fault.
I didn't say that. I said the argument was about whether it was a jockey. No, I said it was whether. No, I said it was whether the jockey or the horse.
Has no difference.
No, I said it was whether the
jockey. Who was the jockey?
Jockey or horse. I gave you two options.
Who was the jockey?
It came from a committee.
Who was the jockey?
Jockey was the rider, and then the horse.
The rider was who?
Mahama.
Okay.
So this time around, who?
Even at 2016, questioned whether the loss was because of Mahama or NDC as a party. Nevertheless, they lost. And that's why I'm saying that no matter who you blame, the party has lost.
But you haven't brought the Asante votes, though. Finally, that's my last question. They said you were going to bring Asante votes.
I hope you never ask that question again, because it might provoke somebody to insult you. The whole country didn't vote. We lost 2.1 million votes. Can it be formally Asante? When I hear somebody say that, I feel really that I have to insult the person. That Asante didn't bring a vote. What does that mean? Did Volta region bring a vote? They go and check NDC votes in 2016 and 2024, or 2020 and 2024, and look at the votes. Even in Greater Accra, John Mahama lost votes, 5% votes compared to the last elections. So we should not get on that. That doesn't make sense, insulting tribes and people.
Thank you.
Because if you disagree, that people will say, oh, NDC is not helping the Voltarians. It's a slippery slope we are setting up this country. In fact, in Ashanti, 65% of the people turn up to vote. 65% of the people on the register.
Which is higher than the 60% of the general turnout.
Yes!
The turnout was actually quite high.
The Ashanti region turnout was far. There were probably only 4 or 5 other regions that turned up higher than Ashanti. When you rate the 16 regions, probably the worst region of voter turnout was Volta region of Greater Accra. 46% or something. So, please, let us not tribalize things like that.
The reason I asked that,
Let us not tribalize things like that. And to say, did Bawumia, the North, not bring the Northern votes?
did he?
I'm asking you. So you can't ask a question that doesn't make sense, in the sense that the whole country, the votes didn't come. NPP lost.
Doc, respectfully,
2020,
Doc.
NPP got 6.7 million votes. And in 2024, NPP dropped their vote to 4.5. That is shared around the whole country. That 2.1 million loss is shared around the whole country. Ashanti region being probably at that time the most populous region for vote. But people also should understand that for a long time, the highest region for NDC vote has always been Ashanti region, the whole country.
And that's why many
You know
said.
that?
That's why many
You
said
believe that?
we've done the analysis.
Don't
so
generalize it.
you see,
Do you believe that,
Doc.
that the NDC's highest vote is always in Ashanti region?
Doc, the NDC's highest votes.
Omaru, Sanda.
You see,
Omaru,
Doc,
Sanda.
my question to
you
you
brought
is-
something that I'm asking the question.
You see,
You
I
said
don't-
you do the data. You
see,
just told people that you do the data.
I am
you do
saying
the
to you
analysis.
that, Doc.
I'm saying that
The reason-
NDC's highest, single highest regional vote. If it's NDC says they have a World Bank, right? The vote of the NDC World Bank is in Ashanti.
No problem. The reason I asked the question I asked was, you see, when you were nominated, people say, oh, you're from Manhyia. It's very significant, and I'm using Manhyia importantly here. They even said your lineage to Nana
I
Prempeh.
never heard all that.
Okay, maybe if it's not true, then that's fine. But that's what I heard. And they said
My
that-
lineage is true.
Yes,
But
so-
these arguments you are making, if the fringe makes an argument, it doesn't mean the general.
So they say you're going to
They
harvest
say
the
who?
votes.
Give me one name.
A lot of the party
No,
supporters
not the-
said
it's not true.
the reason they chose you.
The party supporters or Bawumia didn't choose me because I was Ashanti. Have you asked Dr. Bawumia?
No, I haven't.
So how do you then go to somebody who has the exclusive reason for choosing a candidate and then say that some people you met at the roadside are saying they chose NAPO because of Ashanti? That is, again, tribalizing elections in this country.
Thank you for speaking to us.
Thank you.
Obia making a yibise certain decisions by government. Ekutia mo papa baako eye levies bia na ye GS sanitation levy e na afei mo appointees bedu be na yakohunu $1 million e de nipa ko account mu ko bisa wo say ai ni nua wuye na e bond sanko a $1 million na afei obi tia na ne bufu wo wa yes GR for say ye nipa abetra obi store nipa ko wato ade a yem hwe nipa ko hwe wu se ade a wato no ye beje ne to ni nyina no muso mu ye adwadifo ekotia mo ema domestic debt exchange program kopim se mo former chief justice etimi ko demonstration mere wafo ko demonstration na California tati won fi. It is certain decisions they be almost about 60% and lose no egina decision government take ya na emwa the populace.
Kwame, me know you are doing 100%, and part of challenges and other hazards. Oh, party officer now are ma office. It's the default some more can which is say no former chief justice some more can it's out of more than that. I'm a more you could tell. Baby to say you to for a station and go year juma. Mere 1 year in Chomoka. Youth in sanitation. That mom year juma why 8 months 9 months. Oka can was and still so. In Chomoka. NAPO for year juma in Chomoka. Said the school fees in former year juma in Chomoka. I'm okay cast and the Padudu in Yaboma. We are talking about 200,000 people. Now and no ocean of cry.
Also dependence.
Almost dependent upon almost do much. And you said me that 200,000 or cast or Moncotraba. How much it are for more dependent a cast or Moncotraba. Contractors or my year juma bear Bosumi bear Miansa or a fit in Chomoka. Come in Tenya Moa said he paid over 2 million Uncle Traba. Okay, cast animal rain in our boom or more Sebi omu feel say omu to aba ma esa ebi omu krom omu kwan omu say ye mom ye ntima anya mom baby omu feel say project bi na say cost ye ntima anya mom ami pa kono bu ha wo ye NPP ni wo ye ne dan ya on NDC da the NPP ya de national do we yan so to aba me boa you go also wo ye NDC ni ebi ono so amani NDC amani di bia do we yan so to aba bon ko to aba it indirectly or indirectly affects you as a party. And when you are normal, Kwame, in the last 8 years, no, if you say a course, Ambwa.
Now, the issue of free senior high school, we boss one. Now, you say on record, we really in Kwalabe 5 million and above. Now, second 5 million in Kwalabe Tua. And think Mumbetina Ghana more votes, Ankasa, Wama for Ebeto. And no, no, slogan and answer a program I'm going to buy ya. Woman to me is one trouble. Why?
0.7. Kwame, let me also idea a cover be bread and butter issue. Kwame, what is this education by Abua Emma and Kofa said be only be Timanya Konyako school. Then so Kwame Jackson said. In the last years, and that's about 1 year or 3 months, we had challenges with the free education. Said we will share the videos about Bontain and Kwanaja, the Diamono Kwanes Anoman. Said the Akura Wako school be at the Gianni Dima Basano. You think of a free education?
Daddy.
At that point, now come I didn't be a Jana, the money that service be out the man and Queen. And then the wishes was back to and said, no, I did buy a policy near very good. But managing it in a normal challenges you go through, no. And the idea I said, yet man in the year, make Macassi they do also go for appreciate it. Then a told me, we now should not be able to go now for the catcher. One will be now for the Juma Ayabasa, will be a coffee Juma Quasoba, not $1.70 Hano. Contracted bill year Juma, one professional seeing Chanaka. One will be answer what kind of information the money ban.
Obaka so ntuntiam adamo okotokora
nti adeni nya idea e course a normal bebre ye no ya ba normal to bi ni normal bi ye no esu for sale at the papa bebre yitini ye it should be a lesson for us as a party nan say at committee a era my kokwe dan no mo ye hwehwe mu but me busa me personal as general secretary of the party people were disappointed. People were hurt to be na Kofa Mabu na Kofo Dia and Kankamwa no would depart Nachi a be year Juma Ma party no 2016 sacrifices I uncle for year youth do no would depart Nachi a be a normal war and that's what said party by Belma or many Juma year businessmen and say be Tom Moja Padia video musica a supporting party no. Na if you watch it, if you make Juma essay, na if you crack contractors, I know my year Juma, Bebos, Afimi, no more post, Kainti Minchomo, Bang once and semi buy DDET, I said, be a monomusica share investment, Monsa and Timanco Musica. I don't know, maybe a course, do baby no comedy nipa, na nipa hochena, nipa no one should be a project a wire. Obakase a comedy minti me jam me baby do achi. And no any trip so we lost touch the rabbis. That be in love name bet nearby. Make a wow yana na be a person piece of crack and wash. That's our taxes here idea a kutia. And a brand near see a casa you can wash them. But I'm muy penia. Say the no men yana na mobile to be an abu to trouble on Chabaka. One should send you her what can we party no. The Esa money ya crown said 2023, it's on record. Many of us were advocating, say, your presidential primaries, no, and the parliamentary primaries, no. Young and tell. Am I suggest I said, young to the baby, a baby June, July. If you say, now, and this a Koyi era Mahama in me. And see, your Koyi at the end, it's a higher grade. I have the electoral commission, a voter registration, October. Now, this should have family elections, so because of December. Pame, you can watch them, steering committee, you can watch them, national executive committee, you can watch them, national council, you can watch them to the STEM class, the council of elders, you say, and in your support of members of parliament, maybe quite near your agreement, say, you're 2 minutes, a big bomb partner prepare. My name is also your call, your cocaine, don't want to baby. Young trying to call November, the call your presidential primacy year about me. Last time, now said that young election, there was division in the party. Maybe a registration crowd again, a couple mommy agreement course. Mommy agreement course, because me agreement internal contest. So, after elections, there will have NPP for no more in 2. Some could now, one more cases saying, I could interest because of we support the aspirant we support the aspirant way.
Wow.
And yes, we have car. Internally, they say yes, we too. Say, yeah, now, and I won't be as a party. Decision be a take here. Yes, I'm why because election is a process.
Election now, because as a general secretary of the party, role being power specifically now play.
What elections, of course, as I qualifications for the campaign. Maybe man say now measure between party, and the campaign, communication, the question. In terms of the data, your registration, in terms of resources, I say a shamanic. Nany idea na mission. It also be relationship between party black bearer and MPO your campaign or more normal parliamentary candidate now. They are their mission. Kwame, the past 7 said challenges can see part you face you or party even as operation director. And baby the relationship between the tripod parliamentary candidate, your constituency chairman or even the constituency executive.
Okay.
And the MMDC, the baby not you.
What? For what reason?
If it's a challenge is no one said, if I baby overshare MC or information because of my parliamentary candidate, the Sanka. MCB free said, a relationship say be a party meeting be among consulting and sound man. They do have say, consultation may be a car. And sometimes I know coming. I said a dear campaign. I ended up doing mostly reconciliation. Now we wish we are back. No quack or Soruaha, no quack or Cassie. Then, in terms of logistics, no challenges. There be a party campaign. If you be no while, but my complaints campaign team now to our resources. They do baby no. Can watch my party structure. No, so there was no baby quack party structure. Now it became the problem. It's when there are challenges.
That me know. Logistics no. Now more the mahwai.
You see, logistics in 2 parts. There were one and direct, and there were one and if campaign.
You but I want to my bill. Now what you're doing?
One, the Bakwa free party no call from the national party no constituency account directly.
Okay.
Or the common constituency no. And the one that they free campaign team, they call parliamentary candidate one. And at the point we raised that issue, said, you making sure say the nipa could be entering contenance and cassette ABI at Abreno. Say because the party must be in the known. Such challenge is really normal a course.
Because me say sikani logistics amode kono. Ebi owa ekosia sumisi so a omo we yamane. Ebi okra no a esi nso a wa pocket say sika won fa ma emfa nyaduma. Eni nyina ka ho bi.
Come no for no baby will cry the panel. For instance, guitar car, Nana make sure almost 5 DB or more patients mom. What I did was to call all the executives and chairman, parliamentary candidate, MMDC, organizer, woman organizer, no more so many are some moment. BBC and about more cotton. Can you believe that they do all more agrees or more con, or more could use or more cotton? There are certain places you have. One my instructions say name caution. You could do for more credit before. Now when I there committee na ya now, so much that so more constituencies now. Over to San Omar now. In some constituencies they work together. Over that say a BBC nearby, Yentas Nina and Cabo. I mean, the idea about a Kutia party or Bembia. That sense of entitlement, said the arrogance, said the petty free say ABR, the minister be, the petty free say ABR, the NPP, the free say the MMDC, BT, BBA. In these elections, come idea and my NDC to me winning elections week, and they said they were more angrier and hungrier than NPP. NPP were just angry among ourselves. Internal wrangle, one name go for Casa, Munjai, also it's going to call 3 or 4 times. One more market, wow, crazy. One more Yati, make sure not Amata Contopa. They do Asante elections, NPP for me, no. Oh, Bujaima Unyanko, Mumienuka, Melusu, and Obekayo Yatigena, your one people, Bedano Monomaque. It said that you have been a Yana Swaying. It seems a 29 new Ukraine, a good Benako father.